Hi guys, welcome back to the video, and in this video we will going to build this part after the header part. And so this is the main component after the header. So this is a one div which contain two divs, one for the image and one for the about us, like where we display our company content, like we are producing this type of cupcakes, we are very tasty cupcakes, so something like that. And you can paste anything here, so it up to your requirements. And one thing that this is lying in the center, and these are columns here, like this is first column and this is second column, and this is all row here. So row is in that direction, so this is one row, and these are 1 and 2 are columns. So columns, yeah. And the interesting thing, how it responds on different screen size. So you can check that the two columns is now converted into one column, and we have two rows, and the image is responsive also. So the image is responsive, the text is responsive also, and we can see we have a changing in font styling, we have italic here, and we have normal signs here, and also change in size. Pretty much is that's it. We have a simple video, but it will be quite interesting. So I will hop it here and bring my code editor, and after the header tag, now introducing main tag. Main tag tells the SEO that this is the main component of web page, except the header where we usually display our navbar and the company logo, and the footer where we display our company details like contact information and email, stuff like that. So the main is apart from that, like the main component, what we are giving to the company. So that is pretty much goes into the main. So in the main, I will just first comment it out that this is a home section now. So first I will start a home section. So I will make a section with a class home and with the ID home. I will use ID later in the video or later in the course. So this is now a section. What is a section? A section does not have a default width and height. It just says that this area goes into that section. That's it. But the content that is displayed, it always in the div. So div is you act like a container. So in the section, so like for example, this is our page, and this is a section, like this is a section, and the inside of it here, so this will be our first div. So that div has a class home section. This div has a class, and that div contains two divs. One store the image and the other store about us text. So that div has a class of home item cupcake image. I'm using BAM approach. Like BAM is used to like how you determine your class name, how you write class name. This contact of style is by BAM. So you can search Google here, BAM class naming. So you can understand how it's block, element and modified. You can learn from here. Like just I have to tell you that I am using BAM approach. You can use any approach, or you can name whatever you like, but in the industry you have to use a particular approach because it helps the other coder to understand. That is why. So now I will place an image here. I already have an image in my image folder, which is home jpg. So this is our main page. I hit save, boom, we got our image. Now the next div has a class home item cupcake about. So home item click about. So I have to just write this. So first is h1 about us. So if I hit save here, not here, if I hit save, I got about us. And now 4 p tags or 3 p tags, I think. Yeah, I think I can copy it from here. Yeah, copy, paste. Yeah, and copy, paste. Press home button, copy and paste. Yeah, and save this. Boom, we got our text here. So this is all but for the HTML that we write here, everything, like we got the email, we got the text, and now it's about the styling, main part. So I just zoom it a little bit. Yeah, you can also now it's done. So I first of all here I say that this styling is for the home section only, So commenting is very useful in all the ways. So my first style for the, now I am grabbing home section, which is that div, the big container which contain the image and the about text. I give it background color. RGB, the red for 28 tab 108 tab 102. Save. Yep, we got a pink color here. And the next rule is give a width of 100%. Nothing change here. If I resize to maximum size, nothing change here. I will set to big screen here and bring it back here. Yeah. Now it's fine. And height of TVH to make it bigger. Make it comment here. Save it. Yeah, now it's okay. And the next rule is display these content as a grid items. So these are grid, and tell the web browser that I want this in 2 columns. So 1 FR means 1 column. FR has a unit of column, and 2 FR means 2 columns. So now we have 2 columns. By default, it understands that we have 2 columns and we did not define row content here, so it will be 1 row only. If I define it row here, so it change the page according to that code. So the next state, I want to give a height here, height of ATBH, save that. Now, how you can make the content center to the screen as I show here, like you can say center all the way. How you can display that? We have like multiple approach. The best approach that I use with the help of grid, like we already telling the editor that show this content grid, so that's why use place item center, boom, and now our content is in the center. It also work with the help of width and height. So you have to determine first these and then you use this, so it will put your content in the center of that div area. So this is all about the place item center, that how it works. And now I need some gap from here, and from here. Simply gap between columns. So just write it here, column gap 1 rem. Little fat this shows. If you want to see the fat, so you put bigger value, boom. So just for styling purposes, 1 rem here. And now go to the index, grab our about div, copy, style, grab that container. So just for the testing purposes that how it was, I can give a background color red. Boom. You don't need to write important here. Now padding, I want to give some space. 1 rem. Padding gives space inside, and margin gives space outside the container. Yeah, and I want the text to display white in color, which is inside. Now if I remove that, you can see beautiful text. Now I give a height of 20 rem, exactly to the height of our image, and then I write it display flex by default, and I also remove the background color. By default, flex puts every child and puts into a specific column, into one row. So now we have 4 children here, like heading and 3 paragraphs. So it put each of their children and put into their specific columns and in one row by default. So how I can change that? Simply just write grid template, flex direction, not row, column. Yeah, save that. Yeah, we get back into the game. And now I need a space. You can see here we have equal space between paragraphs and the heading. How we can achieve that? Justify content, space between, boom. Now we have a good space. And the one final last thing is make the text justify. Text line justify. Boom. Yeah, now it's look great. So this is our outer section, and this is our full container. Now I am grabbing my heading H1, say font size 2 rem. So we're changing our font size. So also I make it black, a dark black. So font weight bold, boom. And now I am grabbing my paragraphs and say font size 1.2 rem. Make it just a little bit larger, and their font style to italic shape. Yep. Make it bigger to see the real effect. So now it's pretty much fine, and now it's absolutely fine as compared to this one. Yeah, everything is fine. Now we get a problem when we resize the screen. See, it's not look very good. So how we can change that? With the help of media queries. I told you before that I always forget the syntax of media queries. So just search media queries and copy the code from here. Close that. Come back to the VS Code. Make it here. So just paste it here. Bracket, and the first change is at 11:52. Yeah. So the first case occur when our screen size is less than this amount of pixels, and in that case we are grabbing our H1 and telling that I want to decrease the font size from 2 to 1.1 rem. If I save, nothing will appear. As soon as I decrease my size, yeah, we got here. And I just move it here. And I just, for the variation, I just make it italic, because first we have normal and now italic. And now we are grabbing the paragraphs. Font style will be 1.1 rem, and copy, paste, the font size, sorry, and the font style will be normal because we defined it italic first. If I hit save, you see the changing here. Yes. One more thing, in the cupcake, if I resize my screen, you can see how my image is responsive. Here the image is responsive, and how we can achieve that, like if I decrease here, you can see image size does not change. So how I can image that? Grab the image and say width 100%, and height auto. Save that, try to resize the image and see. Boom. So now our image is resizing according to the size. And there is one media rule more, because we have to put that, you can see as I decrease size more than 1000 pixels, I think our content is messed up. So we need another media queries, copy and paste here, and now it's near about 1060 pixels, and we're grabbing our home section here. So copy and paste. So this is our home section. The first rule, so this is less than 1000 pixels now. The first rule that I want to make it into one column. See that how? Here. So one column. Is grid template columns, one effort, make it one column. I want to give it little bit space at the top, so one rem, little space. And now one more thing, if I decrease my page here, you can see how my text is coming under the container. Why it is happening? Because at upper area with display, at upper area we write that home section has a height of 80 VH. 80 VH says I will adjust the size according to the screen size, and I will give 80 pixels, not 80 size. Like imagine if my screen size, like height of my tab is 100 pixels, then it gives 80 pixels. So it is giving 80 pixels according to the screen size, but my content is hidden. So how I can achieve that? Like how I can get rid of this? Height, fit content. So now I am telling the div, hey, set size according to the content. So the div take care all of the content and it display in their absolute size. In bigger screen we are fine because our text will never go out from that div, but in the smaller screen size our div take care of the height. So this is a new property and I hope that you like that. And now I just need a space, little bit space to the end. And how we can get that? Just grabbing our about container, and giving justify content, space around. So you can see we get a space around, like bottom, top, left and right also. So this is pretty much all about our home content. So you can see how it responds to different screen size. Boom, boom, boom. And I hope that you like that. So guys,